Have you ever been betrayed by the very people you trusted the most? Imagine dedicating your entire life to someone only for them to turn their back on you. And then, years later, fate gives you the perfect chance to take your revenge not with anger, but with power. This is the story of Aarav, a boy who was abandoned when he was just a child, forgotten by the people who should have protected him. But destiny had bigger plans. What started as heartbreak turned into a journey of resilience, wealth, and ultimate revenge. Stay with me till the end, because the twist in this story will leave you questioning. Can blood ties ever outweigh betrayal? Aarav was only 8 years old when his parents left him. No goodbye. No explanation. Just an empty house and silence. He cried for days, sitting near the door, waiting for them to return. But they never came back. Instead, his aunt, Mira, his father's elder sister, took him in. Unlike his parents, she gave him everything. Not just food and shelter, but love, education, and a sense of belonging. Mira was a successful businesswoman running a chain of companies. She had no children of her own. And slowly, Aarav became her entire world. And just like that, the boy who was once abandoned began to dream again. Years passed. Aarav grew into a disciplined, determined young man. He studied hard, worked tirelessly, and stood by his aunt in business meetings, learning every little detail. Soon, he wasn't just her nephew, he was her protege. When Aarav turned 22, Mira made a shocking decision. She announced in her will that Aarav would inherit her entire empire. People whispered. Some relatives raised eyebrows. But Mira was clear. This boy is my family. He stood by me when no one else did. He deserves everything. Aarav couldn't believe it. The abandoned child was now the heir to a vast fortune. But little did he know, the shadows of his past were about to return. One evening, after almost 15 years, his parents suddenly showed up. They smiled. They hugged him. They cried, saying they regretted everything. At first, Aarav was speechless. The wounds of childhood opened again. Why now? Why after so many years? His parents gave a simple answer. We realized our mistake. We want our family back together. But Aarav wasn't naive anymore. He noticed how their eyes lingered, not on him but on the mansion, the luxury cars, the empire his aunt had built. Deep inside, he knew the truth. They hadn't returned for him. They had returned for his inheritance. At first, Aarav tried to believe them. He gave them a chance, invited them to family dinners, and tried to rebuild the bond. But soon, the cracks began to show. They started pressuring him. Why is everything in your name? We are your parents. Don't we deserve something? They tried manipulating Mira as well, pretending to care for her health, bringing gifts, and acting like the perfect son and daughter-in-law. But Mira was not fooled. She had seen their absence during Aarav's toughest years. One night, she told Aarav quietly, "They are not here for you. They are here for what you have. Never forget who truly stood by your side." That night, Aarav made a promise. He would not let his parents take away the life his aunt had built for him. If they wanted a game, he would play. But on his terms, Aarav didn't shout. He didn't fight. He chose silence and strategy. While his parents thought they were manipulating him, Aarav was documenting every word, every action. He collected evidence of their greed-hidden conversations, financial schemes they tried to pull behind his back, and the lies they told relatives. Meanwhile, he played the role of a dutiful son, smiling, nodding, and pretending to fall for their traps. Little did they know, every step they took was tightening the net around them. The final blow came when his parents tried to challenge Mira's will legally. They claimed Aarav had brainwashed her, that she was too old to make decisions, that as biological parents, they had the right to the inheritance. The case went to court. Cameras, media, relatives, everyone watched. Aarav stood calmly. His parents shouted, cried, and accused him. But when his turn came, he presented undeniable proof recordings of their conversations. Financial fraud attempts, and even witnesses who had seen them plotting. The courtroom fell silent. The judge delivered the verdict. The will was valid. Aarav was the rightful heir. His parents had no claim. It was not just a legal victory, it was justice. After the case, his parents came to him one last time. They begged. They cried. They said, "We have nothing left. Please forgive us." Aarav looked at them. For a moment, he remembered that little boy waiting at the door, hoping his parents would come back. But that boy was gone. He simply said, "Forgiveness is given to those who are truly sorry. You never came back for me, you came back for wealth." My answer is not anger. It is distance. And with that, he walked away. Aarav didn't take revenge with violence. He took revenge with truth, patience, and power. His story teaches us something important. Sometimes the best revenge is not destroying others at rising so high that their betrayal cannot touch you anymore. Because in the end, betrayal cuts deep. But self-respect, resilience, and truth, they cut deeper. So, what do you think? Was Aarav right to walk away from his parents forever? Or should blood ties always get a second chance? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more stories of betrayal, revenge, and ultimate justice, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. This was not just a story, it was a reminder. Life may break you, but it can also make you stronger than you ever imagined.